Season 40, War number 11, and we're up against Legion. This time my team will be Tigra, Pryde, and White Magneto. I'm gonna be taking Path 1 in Section 1 as well as that Korg on the shared fight. And then I'm taking Path 5 in Section 2 as well as that Punisher 2099 and Doom on the shared fights. And finally I'm gonna be taking the Cable and the Bishop mini-bosses on the right side. Only 8 fights this war, so it's gonna be a pretty quick one, and just based on the length of this video, these fights are gonna go over pretty quickly. Up first we have a Hulkling on the personal space regeneration node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra. And this is gonna be the only Tigra fight of this war. The rest I'm just gonna be taking with Pryde, and this one is very simple. At the start I go for a parry and a few basic attacks to trigger neutralize, then I'm just gonna be baiting a couple heavy attacks and eating one of them as well for no real reason, and then just punishing them with my heavy attack to trigger ruptures, get to my special too quickly, and then just nuke the fight down. And that's it. That was the only Tigra fight I have today, and the rest I'm just gonna be nuking down with Pryde as fast as I can. This fight right here is a Korg on the Strike Counter Fury node and Masochism Overtime, and I'm taking it with Pryde using the White Magneto pre-fight. The game plan here is to start the fight off by playing the Strike Counter Fury node a little bit to make sure the Furies don't get out of hand at the start of the fight, and then I'm gonna be dropping a special one here to start ramping up my prowess potency. And now with the incinerates ticking, all I need to do is just build up power to special 2 with some prowesses up, make sure the rock stacks are down, and then just nuke him down the rest of the way with that special 2. The White Magneto pre-fight allows me to ramp up my prowesses easier. It also allows me to stick all my parries with no fear of him shrugging them off. And he goes down in under 50 seconds, no issues, and Kitty is all full and healthy. Then we have a Punisher 2099 on the Power Snack and 1 too many hits nodes, and I'm taking this fight with Pryde. The game plan here is, instead of trying to nuke this guy down with a special 2, I play it safe, I pop the White Magneto pre-fight here to make sure I can always have enough prowess to phase, and then I'm just gonna be giving him power until he's at a special 1, and then I'm gonna be baiting it and phasing it. That is a lot of damage simply from phasing the whole special. All I need to do is do that 2 more times and this fight is over. A pretty interesting strat, but it works out very well. You just need to time your phasing right, and he's just gonna nuke himself down by throwing the specials. He goes down in about 30 seconds, Pryde at full HP, and yeah, that was a very satisfying fight. Then we have a Terrax on the Event Flow Intercept node, and I'm taking this fight once again with Pryde, and the game plan is get the special 2, remove the protection by intercepting, drop the special 2, and the fight should be over. Now, since Terrax is extremely aggressive while the rock field is up, landing the intercepts at the start to ramp up my prowess is very easy and very reliable. There really is no risk in just spamming medium light combos here. And, well, the fight is already over. Pryde's damage output with recoil masteries and being fully boosted as well is pretty nuts. She's a lot faster than she seems to be if you just watch those videos where you don't use any specials. Now this fight here is a Quicksilver on Event Flow Intercept and Mighty Charge nodes, and I'm taking it with Pryde, and the game plan here is also to just nuke the fight down with a single special 2, and to do that I first need to build up my prowesses, get to that special 2, and then I just gotta make sure I land the intercept and that he doesn't evade it. Because if he evades, I won't be able to remove the protection, and then my special 2 will not finish him off, making this fight a lot riskier since I won't be able to face straight after. Everything lined up, I drop the special 2, and he does go down, just barely, but still, it was enough. And since I do have the mutant power boosts active, I shot up straight to a special 3 there, so even if he didn't drop from the special 2, he would have dropped from the special 3. Next up we have a Doctor Doom on the Ebb and Flow Intercept and Mighty Charge nodes, they shared fight, and I'm taking this fight with Kitty Pryde using the White Magneto pre-fight. I have the White Magneto pre-fight here to help me build up my prowess, since Doctor Doom has extra critical resistance. My only real way to consistently gain prowess here would otherwise be intercepting or parrying multiple times, and with Doom's block penetration that hurts, so having the White Magneto pre-fight here does make the fight a lot easier. The game plan here once again is to get the special 2 with 20 prowess, intercept to remove the protection, and then nuke the guy down with a single special 2. Now, like I said, he has extra critical resistance, so I'm not expecting the special 2 to finish him off. It will if it crits a lot, but that's not to be expected. So, that in mind, once again I do have the mutant power boosts active, so even if the special 2 doesn't finish him, and it doesn't, didn't get enough crits. Full crits would have been enough, but that was still quite a few crits there. Got me enough power to a special 3, I drop it, and down he goes. This was a bit of a longer fight compared to the others, but still, under a minute, Kitty Pryde is just walking through these fights. Then we have a Cable on the Safeguard miniboss node, and I'm taking this fight with Kitty Pryde. And the game plan here is to bait special ones and face them for damage for the most part. If I don't have enough prowess, or if I somehow just can't line it up properly, I'm gonna be pushing the special 2 instead and then just dexing it. But the main source of my damage here would be facing that special 1. Now, Kitty Pryde being a global attacker means that I have access to neutralize, meaning that Cable here is not gonna be able to trigger any of his power gain or regen buffs, meaning he doesn't really benefit from the node here at all. The only thing I need to worry about here is just timing my dash attack there correctly to be able to face the full special 1 and not get clipped by the tail end of it. And as long as I can do that, this is a very simple fight. Just like the Punisher 2099 earlier, Cable is just gonna be nuking himself down by dropping those special 1s, and that's basically all there is to it. This fight is a little bit slower since he doesn't have as many hits on the special and he has more HP here, but in the end it is basically the identical matchup. This fight does take a little bit over a minute, but it is still a pretty fast fight. The reason why I'm running through these fights so quickly is because the previous war I cost us the fight time completely, so this time I figured that I might as well pick up the pace a little bit and try to actually do these fights fast. So far I'd say I've been doing pretty good this war, and this one is the final fight that I have this time around. A bishop on the Polka Dot Power and Stunning Reflection miniboss node, and I'm taking it with Kitty Pryde. The game plan here is essentially the same as it was against the Punisher 2099 and Cable. I do want to bait the special 1s and face them for most of my damage, but if for some reason I don't have enough prowess, I will just hold my block, try to push into his special 2s instead, so that I can either face block them or dex them. Worst case scenario, I eat a huge special 2 without any prowess and I miss the dex and drop dead from it. But I fought a lot of bishops before with Kitty Pryde, and I would like to think that I got this fight down pretty well. Now I did push him to special 2 here, but I do have enough prowess to phase, so dealing with it is not an issue at all. I go for the phase block, hoping that I wouldn't lose as much prowess from it, but it did end up draining me to 0 anyways, so I should have just phased the whole thing for more damage. Now one more special 1 phase here, and a couple hits afterwards, and down he goes. Still a pretty quick fight, could have been a lot faster if I kept baiting more special ones, but I was happy with that. My fight time this war was a lot better than it was the previous war. As for the results, we did end up winning the war 8-3. At this point, we should be locked in 2nd place for the season.